There is a silence that isn't awkward, isn't heavy, and isn't waiting to be filled. It has nothing to do with forgetting what to say or running out of things to talk about. It doesn't come from discomfort, but from something else entirely, something older than language and deeper than words. It is the silence between two people who understand each other. It's a rare kind of quiet, almost impossible to fake. It doesn't demand proof. It doesn't ask for performance. It simply is. Like a river between two banks, still and wide, needing no bridge because nothing has to be crossed. There is no distance to span. The silence somehow holds them both. Some have never known this kind of silence. Others have known it only once. And a few lucky ones know it daily, perhaps with a spouse, a sibling, a friend, a child, a dog, or an elder whose presence speaks volumes with no sound at all. It's not about frequency of contact either. There are people who talk every day but never touch this kind of quiet. And there are others who may not speak for years but fall instantly into this stillness when they meet again. The silence says, I know you. I know how your mind turns. I know how your heart beats. I know what hurts and what delights you. And I know how much you aren't saying, and I don't need you to say it. It is a silence that is never lonely. In the early stages of connection, we try to fill all the spaces. We explain ourselves. We tell stories, give background, clarify intentions. We try to be known, to be heard, to be felt. And that is good and necessary. But over time, if something true takes root, those explanations fade. We start to speak in half sentences, in glances, in the rise of a brow or the twitch of a smile. We begin to trust that we don't have to narrate every step. And eventually, with the right person, the silence arrives. It slips in like dusk, soft, unnoticed at first, and then suddenly you realize you've both been quiet for 10 minutes, and no one feels awkward and nothing needs to happen. You are simply there, together, and that is everything. Sometimes this silence comes while watching the world, a fire flickering, the sea breathing in and out, a child asleep, a bird hopping along a wire. The two sit side by side, saying nothing, yet somehow saying everything. That too is conversation of the soul, not the mouth. Sometimes it comes after great sorrow, the kind where words would only dishonor the weight of the loss. One person sits beside the other, hand resting lightly on a back or knee, saying with their silence, I cannot fix this. I will not try to explain it, but I am here. I will stay. And sometimes it comes at the end of a long road when everything has already been said. No more arguments, no more persuasion, just presence, just breath, just the warmth of another soul in the room. That too is a form of love. The silence between two who understand each other is a shelter. It is where we are most ourselves without needing to sharpen our edges or translate our hearts into language. It is a small sacred field in which nothing has to happen and yet everything is possible. This kind of silence can't be forced. It only emerges when there is trust, when the fear of misunderstanding has faded, when both people have come to believe that they are safe in each other's presence. It is not born of agreement necessarily. The two may disagree often, but they have stopped trying to win. They have begun to let each other be. And perhaps that is the secret. The silence isn't an absence. It is a fullness, a density of mutual knowing so thick that words would only thin it out. In a world that rushes and yells, that fills every blank with noise, the silence of understanding is holy. It is a reminder that not everything must be said to be real. That connection can exist beyond language. That the soul listens in frequencies deeper than the ear. Those who have known this silence treasure it. They recognize it in others. They lean toward it, and they grieve when it is lost. Because once two people have known this kind of silence, they will always remember it, not as something empty, but as the most complete form of speech they ever shared. A kind of speech that said, I see you, I feel you, I am with you. We don't have to speak. We already know. And that is enough.